Alright, so recently there was this grand final of Challenger Cup for the winter season. So it's basically like the top 128 of the season standings. They played out, like they get invited to this big tournament, and the winner of this thing gets an actual like a desktop, a high-end desktop. Well, I actually don't know if it's high-end. It sounds kind of mid, but the thing says high-end, so I'm just quoting Konami here. And I actually won it. I was, which is crazy because I also was the rank one of the standings. And like for this game, this is the semi-final. I will be commentating over it because I think it's interesting. Like what I do is interesting. But for the rest of the games, maybe for the grand final, I will also commentate because I do like a good line. But for the rest of like the games, I will just show some. I'll just show the replay without commentating. Here, also I think I play against Super Heavy, against Snake Eyes for like 6 games, which is kind of crazy. Here, this is game 3, and I'm going second into Snake Eyes full combo with what do you call it? The synchro stuff as well. What I do here is I chain Magnahot to Savage, so he doesn't get the negate, he doesn't get Magnahot, and I also get a search at the end phase. And what I search at the end phase is really interesting. Let him cook here. Let's go back a bit. He ends on Zealanitis, Baron, Flamberge, Masquerade and the set, Colby, and Ash. And the Magnahot searches for me Phantasme. Why does it search Phantasme? Because actually Phantasme is crazy against Snake Eyes. Using it on your actual turn. The only thing that sucks about Phantasme is it can be ashed, but my opponent, knowing that I am unbranded, he will wait to ash Brand Fusion probably. So this search will actually win me the game. I draw Vader for turn. By the way, this list, like you get to side in this list, and I selected some going second cards. I usually just run my normal list that you can find anywhere. I'll probably link it in the description as well. He activates Flamberge to summon Masquerena, and I chain High Spirit to it. So this way I could. This play is always insane. Send the Graganiol and add Albaz. This way Graganiol triggers into Quart. And Phantasme triggers as well. Which is crazy. Let's see what I drew. I drew 3 cards. Okay, because there is 2 links on the field. This is why this card is so insane against Snake Eyes. I highly recommend it. And it's basically on the summon of a link monster, so it doesn't even have to be link summoned. I drew 3 cards: Maxi, Ash, and High Spirit. I already used High Spirit. Ash does nothing here, and Maxi is really good against the Snake Eyes going second. His grave. Also, Phantasme has a second effect. When a card gets targeted, you can discard the card, negate the effect. So basically, this also checks Promethean Presence from grave. Here I keep the Maxi. I basically shuffle my hands. What Phantasme does, I get to fix my hand if I break or anything, and summon Quarites. All right. I basically outed the entire field. Quarites now can battle. Also, timer was getting low, and if I deal damage here, I win probably. So this will explain a play for my opponent. First play I do, I think I set the field to 0 and go battle. When I go battle, he activates IP. Okay, I chain Maxi. Here he negates with Baron because Baron is 0 attack, and I will just out it with the Quarites and deal damage. It'll go just battle phase. So this was actually correct instead of using Colby or Ash. Here he goes into Apollo, which I knew he would do this, and I actually wanted him to do it. And then he gets some bodies, which doesn't really matter. And I feel that he has Ash. Like, I don't know it, but I feel that he has Ash. And I was assuming the cold buy. I was scared that the set is important, but it's just cold buy. I activate Lost, and now he cannot negate my Albans with the Apollo. Lost is crazy. That's why I ranked at 2. It is so fucking good going first. It's so good going second. Like, there's no reason to rank at 1. Actually, I'm even considering playing 3, but it feels bad to draw multiples in branded, so I keep my like cards at like like a 2 offs unless I absolutely have to run 3. Like, for example, Albaz is insane in this meta, especially against Snake Eyes. That's why I run him at 3. We just ditch that, go into Merge 8 at whatever, just to deal more damage, and then send that. Cold buy is a bonus, I guess. Banish something and then go battle, and he just scoops. Basically, because I just wanted to deal damage. There was a different line where I get Brand Fusion and no, he ashes Brand Fusion, where I get maybe branded in high, branded in red, and lethal him. But there was no need because time was already called. I just need to deal damage. But the thing is, like, the entire point of this thing is to show Phantasme, and High Spirit Vader into like our High Spirit any spellcaster into Quart, checks a lot of things, checks Baron because you cannot negate it and you can just battle over it, checks Apollo because when Apollo negates you can chain Quaritis to it and then it sets the attack to 0, so he cannot negate anymore. Lost is insane. That's also why I'm showing this this clip. That's why I ran Lost at 2. Okay, so this other game, this is the grand final game 2. I lost game 1. I play against Marcus, and Marcus is a European champion, and he will make a really big misplay here, but it just shows that everybody makes misplays, even like champions, even pro players make misplays all the time. Here I open Branded Fusion and Cartesia, so normal summon Cartesia around Imperm, but what kinda sucks here is I don't have a Dark, so I cannot go for like a line where I go Albion and then go Lubellian and then go Merjade. Instead I go for Randbrom because I have in white, Brandon White. I activate Brandon White, he changed the Bestial, right, to punish my Albaz? No, he doesn't. This is a really big misplay. He does not activate the Bestial, I ditch that, I add Albion, and I get Merjade. He gets punished really bad for this. I activate Albion to get Branded Sword and then activate Sword to get the Mercurier. And I fuse with Albion before it leaves the hand. Here he did not Imperm, which is understandable. It's a bad Imperm. You know, it's a good Imperm. If he, okay, I wouldn't do it because I know he had Imperm. I Imperming Randbrom because I will activate Merjade and then chain Randbrom to it to negate my Merjade. Then he would chain Imperm and negate Randbrom. This way I get to punish something. I lose the Merjade effect and I punish my own card, which is really bad. But instead he does a really bad play here again. He tries to negate Granganiol, which is like completely throwing. I just do this play. People not really used to playing against Brand, especially like the TCG players. I do this play where I negate my Merjade and then I just bounce Granganiol and he misses, like I still get the effect. He tries to Bestial, which is also bad. This plays into everything. He plays into Thrust, plays into Talents, and Brandon always are in these cards. What you do if you are in this exact situation and you have a Bestial, you wait for your turn to Bestial, because with Albion people mostly just set punishment or Dread, and Bestial there would be like the exact same result. But basically, Bestial in your turn or in your opponent's turn, it's like almost the same value. So if you are in this situation, you are like playing against a branded, or maybe you're branded in a branded mirror. Just wait on your Bestial. You don't have to use it on main phase on Albion. I don't think it's good. And I get with Mercurial and I get Quem. This line also cooks. Check this line out. You can also do to the near. Albion search House Spirit, and then High Spirit ditches Cartesia from hand that was just added from hand. And then add Mercurial, and then Quem summons back Cartesia. With High Spirit you could add Albaz instead and fuse in your opponent turn with Albaz, Cartesia and Albaz, and then get a Mirror Jade for free, like Albion and then Mirror Jade, for just using any deer. Alright, so he plays here. He gets field. His odds actually really good. But I also have Maxi, which is like overkill at this point. He gets that. I get a draw, set whatever, and get this annoying ass field spell. I mean that sets Mirror Jade. Here I also do a really good play. I send that because Round was already in the field. I send whatever follow up, punish Popular, and then chain this, fuse with Randbrom. So this way, I know he has a Bestial. This way I get to bring back Albaz. He tries to Bestial it. I chain Randbrom and then get it back. Try to fuse with not try to fuse, just fuse with Witch. Get Lobelian, and then I know I get an extra draw because of Maxi, because he's gonna summon Ash with the field, and this way I keep Mercurial in hand, get Mirror Jade, and now there's nothing he can do really. He has Kurikara, he hard draw Kurikara, which is kinda crazy, but still don't matter. I negate that, and then I banish Kurikara, and this is pretty much game. Nothing he can do, he just scoops. You know what's crazy? In this thing, you play like around 8 games. I think it is from top 128 until like grand final. And for each and every game, I played branded. Well, people just like change decks and do whatever they want, and they always say it to me because everybody knows I play branded all the time. And Marcus was actually playing cards like Dimensional Barrier, I think also anti-fusions, I'm not even sure. But it was like a lot of branded counters. DD Crow, Bestials, like all the Bestials. And what made sense was to switch deck for game 3, go maybe into Snake Eyes or something else. Because I know he's just playing an anti-branded cards. But instead, since branded got me this far, got me into grand final of like the very final fucking Challenger Cup of the season, and so I decided to keep playing it. I was like, yeah, I know it makes sense. I changed to Snake Eyes here, or like to a deck that is not branded to like throw off my opponent, but I'm just gonna continue with the branded because it got me this far. And the deck actually responds. These cards love me because I play them so much. The deck gave me Maxi going second and Grass, and he doesn't have a response to Maxi. He basically ends on not very much, I think, just field. But he also sets Dimensional Barrier, alright? I Grass, and I get a way to set Punishment. I also get Cartesia, and summon Shrouded from my grave on the field, so I can fuse with it in his turn. And my last, and like it got us to a top deck situation, and my last top deck was actually branded fusion, which is actually insane. Like I grassed, I did not mill branded fusion, and at the end I top decked, like at the very last turn I top decked branded fusion, the very turn that ended the entire thing. I did not save that replay for some reason, I am dumb, but that's pretty much it. Here I win, like the computer and everything, and I hope you guys learned something maybe from this. I will leave you with some replays, and I'll also make a video about my DC because I topped 16 in DC, which is kinda mid, but it's fine, it's good. I really wanted top 10, but top 16 is close enough, I guess. And if I see some interesting plays that I do, I'll make a video like this and comment it over it. If I don't, I just post some highlights and replays. Yeah, so see you guys in that video and enjoy the rest of the games.